leafy here. There's this patch all the way to the Euston Road. Is not exactly like the country, but like some kind of garden suburb. Turn left here. I think one of my first cycling memories is getting knocked off my bike on the way to school. And I can remember the car very well. It was a Ford Corsair Classic, I think it was called, which was a sort of coupe version of the Ford Anglia. John Lennon painted his Rolls Royce in psychedelic colours, in the late 60s, and I did the same with my rally racing bike, except I did it with emulsion paints I'd bought cheap in a shop, and they all washed off, and I came to school with psychedelic legs. When I came to London as a student, I think after a year or two, I can't remember where I got, somebody gave me a bike, and so I would cycle from where I lived in North Kensington to Chelsea. When the Comedy Store opened in 1979, I would cycle there and then cycle home at like 4 a.m, and it was the most amazing feeling, being drunk and knowing that you were on the edge of something, the edge of something big. And I used to fly down the Piccadilly underpass, just elated. And I have to say, cycling whilst slightly drunk is the closest thing to flying, I think, really. I wouldn't say you should, but just a couple of drinks can be a miraculous experience. Now I'm going to turn left up the side of the hideous British Library. It's very elegant inside, but I just think the outside is just staggeringly banal. I assume that the use of red brick is supposed to be a tribute to George Gilbert Scott's St Pancras station next door, but it just looks vile. And then I started collecting bikes, kind of, really. I mean, it's that thing, you have to have like your racing bike, your winter trainer, your sort of hack for getting around, And for a while I had a tandem. In fact, we had 2 tandems, and I hated that. I absolutely had one of the happiest days of my life is when I sold my tandem. I suddenly thought one day, sod this, why don't I just learn to drive? Nobody looks more of a dick than somebody on a tandem, really. Now here's one of the idiocies though of this particular bike lane, is because the bus stop is there, you have to have this platform. Oh. I personally don't like cycle lanes. I mean, I think that the Dutch example where I think we should all be mixed in together. The other thing is they're always being dug up. So you have to swerve out into the traffic anyway when they're not expecting you, because suddenly there's a hole in the road. Where I'm going, I'm riding up to Tufnell Park. And I usually go at least once a week to have dinner with my friend Oscar Zarate, the Argentinian comic book artist, in a Turkish restaurant, and I quite like the ride. Most days I go out often quite early, about 7 or 8. Go to Regent's Park, and then I just try and go 3 or 4 times round, and I think which is 12 miles. What you do is somebody comes past you fast on a pucker machine, and you chase after them, and not a word is spoken, And it is obviously, it's men chasing each other around the park in tight-fitting lycra. It is like being George Michael. To go fast on a bike is just, it's just terribly thrilling. Okay, let's pick it up then. Since we're holding the traffic, let's put on some speed. Kyrgyzstan, actually still very individual. Got Arabic Phoenicia there, Arabic supermarket, lots of individual cafes, getting a bit more corporate. There's a stinking Tesco's or Sainsbury's local or some shit like that. But still got a lot of character. Up Fortress Road, when I was in my early 20s, I was a Maoist. The headquarters of our party, the CPBML, the Communist Party of Britain Marxist, was actually in Fortress Road. I think it's now Pizza Please. Cyclists can be awfully antisocial, really. I mean, because they're full of their own self-importance. You know, I'm not obsessive about buying the finest gear. What's the point away, you know, over 17 stone, so shaving a couple of milligrams off my bottom bracket is neither here nor there, really. And here we are, Turkish restaurant, Okabashi Meta. It's called Deg-i-Men. Deg-i-Men. Hi. Just going through to the terrace. Thank you. So here I am in Tufnell Park. It's taken me about 15-20 minutes. I've used the energy of a single nacho to get here. One of the things about Turkish food is it's very colourful. You always get they give you this amazing deep red onion salad, and give you a salad as well. It's very reasonably priced and very authentic, and they're terribly friendly to me here. A girl took my photo, one of the few people who still recognises me. I think the first or second time I came here, and ever since then they've been all over me. And the best thing about it is, all the way home, it's downhill. I've got gravity on my side.